अंग्रेज अपना लगान और न्यूज लॉन्ड्री अपना हफ्ता कभी नहीं छोड़ते. Welcome to another episode of Hafta from a relatively cleaner air day. We are only very unhealthy today. We are not alarming or ready to breathe poison category. So
But I was doing yoga and breathing, so my throat is choked.
So that's the beauty. If you want to be prepared for the worst, come live in NCR or anywhere from between Lahore to wherever this goes to this bad air.
Nice.
But before we give the headlines, let me introduce the panel. We have an in-house panel today. No guests from any other publication or think tank or any such. Raman Kirpal, editor-in-chief. Welcome, sir. Who's wearing a Liverpool jacket in celebration of the fact that Liverpool thrashed Real Madrid 2-0 day before yesterday.
They're playing very well. They are at the top of
Mbappe
EPL.
missing a penalty. Anand Vardhan.
Hello.
Who is all set to be the next judge in the International Court for Criminal Justice or whatever it's called. I have to give you promotion each time, right?
Yes.
After Chief Justice, I have to take you to The Hague or something. So, अगले बार के लिए
Anyway, only devils announce the birth of a lawyer. So, there is a famous line by Akbar Allahabadi कि पैदा हुआ वकील तो शैतान ने कहा कि लो हम भी साहिबे औलाद हो गए. Means when a lawyer was born, the devil said that, see, I have also become father. So
Chalo, I'm glad you have such views of the profession that you are studying. Manisha Pande.
Hello.
Who has done a fair bit of travel during the election, and she will tell us about some ground reports that reporters have just covered. And I'm Abhinandan Sekhri. I have two important announcements to make. One is we had a meetup planned in Chennai. News Minute members and Newslaundry subscribers, a joint meetup. This has been postponed. It was planned for the 30th of November, but there is a cyclone. I'm sure you guys who've been following the news are aware. In fact, it's going to be hit Chennai, Puducherry, and a few other places, right?
Yeah.
So because of that heavy rainfall alert and a cyclone alert, we have kind of shifted the date. We haven't announced a date yet. It depends on when the alert is brought down to normal level. So if you are in Chennai and you want to attend this, you have to, of course, be a subscriber or a member of the News Minute Newslaundry subscription. Mail us at subscription@newslaundry.com. I repeat, subscription@newslaundry.com. As soon as we have clarity on the date and venue, we shall mail you. And the second is we have a Zoom call scheduled with Srinivasan Jain on the US and Gaza and his Maharashtra coverage. As you know, many of you contributed to our Sena projects. This is on Thursday, the 5th of December at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. I repeat, Thursday, December 5, Indian Standard Time. Srinivasan Jain will be taking questions and suggestions from subscribers who contributed to our Sena fund for the US election coverage, for the Gaza coverage, and for the Maharashtra coverage. So if you have any feedback, input, or you just want to ask him what it was like covering that, how difficult it is, what it takes, it also gives you an idea of the logistics involved in journalism. Because as one friend of ours who used to sit here regularly had famously said, journalism should not be a full-time profession, it should be a part-time profession. So just because many people may not understand what it takes to cover a story from the ground, you can join that. Mail us at subscription@newslaundry.com. We'll send you a link, but you have to have been one of the contributors to that fund. You can still top up the US fund. It's not topped up yet. Yes, on that note, Manisha, let's get the headlines and we can get to the discussions.
Yes, violence erupted in Sambhal, Uttar Pradesh on November 24 during a court-mandated survey of the historic Shahi Jama Masjid. It appears the violence began after a crowd had gathered outside the mosque during the second survey. The first survey happened on the same day as when the court allowed it, 19th, I think.
19th.
And that went fairly peacefully. There was no issue. There were Friday prayers after that. 24th morning, the ASI team along with petitioners and police came again to do another survey. This is when I think it wasn't expected. People didn't really know about the second survey. So there was this anxiety around what's happening, why are they here? The crowd gathered around there. And while during the inspection, there was a water tank inside the mosque, wazoo jahan pe karte hain. They kind of opened that because they wanted to check what's below it. And that...
Just look at how the things have happened. 19th, the local petitioner along with the lawyer who had also filed this Kashi case. He had descended on Sambhal. So they go to a lower court. Lower court immediately issues a survey. I mean, it seems the team was ready to survey immediately. The same day the survey happens. And the police is also allocated. Lot of police. And
videos that I saw of when the team was going for the survey. Now there is this bunch of 20-30 people shouting Jai Shree Ram and stuff as they're going. Now, are they going into the mosque? Are they coming out of the mosque? There are allegations that purposely those kind of slogans are raised as they're going. Like, for a lot less than this,
So apparently they were coming out.
UAPA will be lodged if you have like 50 guys and Muslims outside any temple shouting Allahu Akbar. Guaranteed, they'll be UAPA. They'll be in. So
you're essentially just riling up people doing these surveys, and these are not, I mean, if you want to know the true character of a place, ideally this is a historical, academic thing. You don't have priests of a temple claiming that this was built, In fact, the petitioner says that the temple was built at the beginning of the universe.
But
and the symbolic significance is that Kalki is who
that's the thing.
Avatar of Vishnu will be born here. But you're just creating so much mayhem simply for...
You are going by Western values. Western value systems tell us to study history, which has happened in the past. This Mr. Gupta of whatever, this Hindu Sena, whatever, he's studying what's going to happen in the future. You see, Kalki is coming. That is, legends do that. So you can put out these kind of gyan pelna. But
the Supreme Court now is going to hear, Sambhal hearing today. But I feel that already there is an atmosphere of distrust after Ayodhya, and Supreme Court had come up with this and this judgment, and after they came up with the judgment, in the judgment itself they had said that is it.
No more.
Ayodhya has happened, no more. No, where it will be. We should not try again to change the status of monuments
and places of worship.
But place of worship, they had given the timeline also. Now, immediately after that, you see that all these cases are coming up, especially in UP, all over. This is the one which Supreme Court should have taken so moto note of, whatever has happened in Varanasi or here. Now, I think
Supreme Court has the power to review its own judgment.
Sure.
So, maybe there can be a groundswell of opinion or petitions or which culminates in a judicial process where Supreme Court could be asked to review its own judgment regarding Worships Act, and also this that the historical legitimacy of all the existing structures will not be questioned anymore. So I think that could be one of the motives, but that is my conjecture.
The current survey, it is the Supreme Court only that made this possible, with the observation that Chandrachud only gave, that even though you cannot change the character of a place of worship, you can ascertain what really existed there. So now all this is ascertaining, which the Supreme Court's observation order allows for. That
regarding what Raman sir said, those ground reports series, funded by you. And the reason we can invest time, energy, reporter in such reports is because we are not dependent on ads, we're not dependent on hits and traffic. Neither are we going to be endorse any crypto products or any Sarkari ads or anything. Here is the QR code. Please scan, help our reporters, help our editorial team, our production team, our social media team to make, distribute and send these reports your way, so that our journalism is only based on funds collected from subscribers. That is the way journalism functions, and that is our definition of you are the media, not Elon Musk's.
Yes.
Now, finally, on this whole EVM and Maharashtra result, few, I think, that are significant political rumblings. One is that Trinamool Congress has said that they would like Parliament to function. Adani is not an issue they want to discuss, which is quite strange because Mahua was going heaven and tongs about Adani for the longest time.
Yeah.
And Mamta has said that they also are reluctant to join forces on the whole EVM issue. See, there is, like Raman said, there is no evidence of EVMs are flawed. Although I think there is evidence of the company that oversees the manufacture, etc. EVM has certain people on its board, which I would think is a bit strange. Why should they all be so close to the BJP and Gujarat, etc.? But be that as it may, that is a more corporate governance issue, which is also problematic according to me, but it does not necessarily say there's something wrong with the EVM. But even, former CC Qureshi, who is a very reasonable, rational voice, says a sudden surge at 5 o'clock is a bit strange across the board. And what we have reported, the huge dip with, I would say, demonstrable voter suppression in Muslim areas.
The suppression thing and other complaints that we are talking about, the election cycle needs to have a breathing space to address these issues. You cannot be going from one election to another. And in February, we have another election, Delhi Assembly elections.
Yeah, तो फिर 4-5 महीने हो ना, we have meetings, come up with proposals.
We remember, and if you are say that no, we are rejecting this electoral process, we will not participate in next election. So, but which political party is going to risk that? So if you do that, you lose your workers' cadre, and that this is a party which is not interested in a sort, at power. So they are not participants in election. So I think the electoral cycle itself has made it very, very difficult for these issues to be addressed. So
if you look at the uniformity of the victory of the BJP and its allies, BJP fought just 150 seats and they have won 133 out of them. Unprecedented. If you look at the success, it is 88% or 90% success for any political party.
Best victory ever in Maharashtra without Modi at the heart of the campaign.
No, the Modi, I think there was a strategy about Modi that people like Modi and Amit Shah, they are Modi, in particular, the Bhisma Pitamah, who will stay at a distance, who will only inaugurate the projects, who will lay the foundation stones, but he will not speak in the rallies. He will have very few rallies.
Although I don't think his staying away from the Maharashtra election was this, he's the Bhisma Pitamah, it was more about RSS flexing that, dude, we can win an election without you.
And do much better without you.
That's what I'm hearing was the flex.
No, but
even Haryana flex it was an RSS flex. It wasn't this magnanimity of Modi saying that I'll stay away. He's like
I'm
Trump.
more inclined to believe
he can
that.
never stay away, dude. If you have 5 cameras, he'll clone himself and be in front of all 5.
No, I agree. But then it's a shot in his arm, na? If RSS is trying to show...
No, to the outside. But internally, whoever had to flex has flexed. That was तेरी जो हैसियत थी, तू यहाँ तक ला सकता है, हम ये कर सकते हैं. बस, मुफ्त में इतना ही मिलेगा. For the full uncut podcast, subscribe to Newslaundry and pay to keep news free. The best way to listen to the Hafta and indeed all our podcasts is through the Newslaundry app. You can download the app by clicking on the links given in the show notes. So do download our app and get the best podcast experience. And also pay for news and support a new news media ecosystem that Newslaundry is trying to encourage, where we are accountable to you because we run on contributions that you make. We don't take government ads, we don't take corporations ads, so that news serves the public, because when the public pays, the public is served. Subscribe to Newslaundry, click on the link in the show notes below and proudly say, I pay to keep news free.